Hello, if you've been watching our other videos, you know that we're working on a data set to clean it up using SQL for analysis. So today I'd like to make a table of patients' weights, and then I'm looking to find their weight closest to the time of surgery, or before surgery. And I'm going to give it a window of plus or minus 30 days before or after surgery. I'm not sure if patients have had weights in that time frame, so we're going to find out. All right, so we're going to start by writing select star, which again means everything, all of the columns, from data view. Semicolon to end the statement, and I'm going to hit run. So this is everything. We've looked at this before, but why I'm looking at it again is because I'd like to find the weights. So I'm scrolling down, and now you can see code, and it says weight. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And so now I'm going to change this to say select star from data view where code equals single quotation mark, because it's a string, and I ended with a single quotation mark as well. And now hit run. So that got me all of my weights. Now you see when I scroll up and down, all that I'm seeing are weights. Again, I've demonstrated before how to only get certain columns. I'm not interested in all of these columns, so I'm just going to choose a few of them that I am interested in. Patient num, encounter num, nval, because that is the actual weight. The code. I'm interested in the start date, because I want to know when this happened. And I'll pull over the variable. Alright, let's run that again. Alright, that's a little bit easier to look at. And I'm going to create a table so that this stays. So create table weights as... And now I can hit run. Now again, you'll remember if we go into browse data, this is where you can see all of the tables that you've made. And so now we can see our table weights. And you can see that patients have had multiple weights. All right, so now we already have our surgery age table, which also has the surgery date. So I would like to compare the weight date with the surgery date and see if patients have had a weight 30 days before or 30 days after the surgery. So to do that, I need to join the two tables together. So I'm going to say select all from surgery age, join weights on surgery age dot patient num equals weights dot patient num, because I want to join the two tables when the patient numbers are equal. So I want to say for every patient number 4364, I want the surgery date to be on the other side of it, or vice versa. Whichever table you specify first, so from surgery age, that table is going to be on the left, and then join weights, now that information is going to be on the right. So I can go ahead and run this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So you see how we got the surgery date, and that's on the left, but then if we scroll over, we get their weight over here. If I had have switched it, I can show you that. We could have said from weights, join surgery age. Now that's going to reverse the data. So now you see, first we see the weight, and then we see the surgery date and the age at the time of the surgery. All right, so that's a start. We see our the start date here. I should actually call it, maybe the date of the weight or something like that, so that it's a little bit more clear. We could always go and change the table, and we might do that in a bit. But you can see this weight is in 2011 and the surgery was in 2008. So that's not a weight that we would want to look at if we're saying that we want to find weights close to the surgery date. So let's try saying using a where clause. So that kind of lets you specify different things, like we used where code equals before to find the weights. So this time we're going to say where the weight dot start date, so that's the date of the weight, is between, I'm going to use the function date, and we're going to choose the surgery date. So I need to first specify the table name that's in, surgery age, dot, surgery date, comma, single quote, minus 30 day, another single quote, and parentheses, and date. Again, I need to specify surgery aid, the table name, and then the actual variable that I'm interested in, comma, and now I'm going to say plus 30 day. And let's see, I'm going to enter this down onto the next line, and I'm going to go ahead and run that. I've got a double quotation mark there. Let's try running that again. And let me just go back and show you that real quick. I knew where to look at the problem. It said unrecognized token plus 30-day quote. And so I knew that this part was the part that was giving me a problem. So then you can look at it, and I realized that I had a double quotation mark instead of a single quotation mark. So let me fix that again and rerun it. All right, so we get 10 rows returned. And now we see, you can look at, for the first patient, you can see surgery date is May 8th, 2008. And the date of their weight was May 7th, 2008, so that's within 30 days. Similarly, for the next patient, you can see the surgery date was September 1st, 2010, and the weight was on August 29th, 2010. The next patient, you see that we have 2 rows for them. So we've got the surgery date as 12/17/2009, and they had a weight on both 12/16 and 12/13. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as a table. So I'm going to say create table weight surgery. You could come up with a better table name when you're doing your data cleanup, but I'm just going to stick with that for now. What I am going to do, though, is I want to rename some of these columns, and I don't actually want all of them. So I have to first specify the table that they're found in. So weights.patientNum. I do want that. I don't care about the encounter number, so I'm going to ignore it. I want the weights.endval because I am interested in their actual weight. I'm just going to keep the variable. I think that looks a little bit easier to read than the code. I also want the start date of the weight, so I'm going to choose weight.start date. And I'm going to say as weight date. When I use the as, that's giving the column a new name, so it's giving it an alias. Now I'm going to choose weights.variable, and then I'm interested from the surgery age table, which is over here on the right, as you'll recall. I want their surgery date, and I guess we'll pull over theirs. Surgery age in years. But again, I don't need to repeat the patient number. Right now it's showing up twice because it was in both tables. but we don't need it to show up twice. So I'm going to run just the select part before I actually create my table. So run it, see if I like how it looks. I think that that looks nicer, more pleasing to my eye. And now I'm going to go ahead and create the table. Okay, so it says it was executed successfully. I see that down here. But remember how we have some patients who have multiple weights? I'm going to make a decision for my data set. I just want their earliest weight. So if they've had many, I'm going to choose their earliest. You could have different logic. You could choose one that is actually closest to the surgery date or something else. But one of the most simple ways is just to get the one that is the earliest. So I'm going to say select all from, I need the name of this, weights underscore surgery is what I just called my new table. Weights underscore surgery. So first we'll run that. Okay, so it stays the same because we had just run that last. But now I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose the columns, and I want them all, patient num, nval, weight, date. But I'm going to choose minimum weight date because I want the earliest one. Variable, surgery date, and age in years. So I'm going to run this. Oh no, I got one row back, and we've seen this before. So you get one row back because I chose the minimum weight date. And so it's thinking that I want the minimum of the whole table. So it gave us the lowest date in the whole table. But what I actually want is the minimum date per patient. So if I say group by patient num, this will solve our problem. There we go. So now I have no duplicates, and you see 8 rows returned. As minimum weight. I'm going to actually say it early. Earliest. There we go. Now I'm going to create a table. So create table earliest weight pre-surgery. And then I need as. And so this will be my table name. So I'm going to go ahead and run that. So now I've got that table created. Now you see that it returned 8 patients. I don't remember how many patients were in our original set, but all of the patients are in the patient view table. So I can say select count of patient num. Select count, I'm going to say distinct patient number because that gives, it's going to count all of the distinct patient numbers from patient view. Technically in the patient view table there's only one row per patient, but if you had have done the same thing in the data view table, there could be many rows per patient. So we have 12 patients in our patient view table, and our earliest weight pre-surgery only had 8 patients. So I'm wondering who are those patients that we're missing the information on. So I can join the 2 tables and see who we don't have data on. So if I say select all from patient view, join, I think I called it earliest weight pre-surgery. Earliest weight pre-surgery. And now I need that on, so it's on patient view dot patient num equals earliest weight pre-surgery dot patient num. Now I can run that. That's going to give me a lot of columns, but that's okay. So if we scroll over And now I'm going to, so I only got back 8 patients. So it only gave me back the ones that were in both tables. But if I do, let's try a left join. There we go. So what it gave me originally was just patients who were in both tables. It gave me the overlap. But now if I do a left join, it's saying take everything in the left table, so the patient view table. Don't get rid of any of those, and then just join whatever matches in the earliest weight pre-surgery table. So now you see on the right-hand side, we have some columns that are null. And that's because they didn't have a weight that met that plus or minus 30-day criteria. So if it was really important to you that everyone had a weight around the surgery date, you could potentially think about changing your window or doing something else. So I just wanted to give you an idea so that you could learn how to check your data. If you had an identified data set, you might say, I'm going to go back into this patient's record and see if they have a weight. Or, you might just change your algorithm. You might have assumed that everyone got a weight on the day of their surgery, and you might learn that practices that they don't all get that. So that's all for this video. We're going to keep going over more ways to manipulate your data set to get it ready for analysis in future videos. Thanks so much.